Hi and welcome. Today I'm going to show you how to make your very own body scrub. But this body scrub is going to have some nourishing ingredients. It's that time of the year now where the sun is out and our skin's more exposed to the sun, and we want to slough away any dead, dry skin and also keep our skin nourished and hydrated. So I've got some special ingredients that I'm going to put together. I'm going to show you how to make your own scrub. And the first thing that we're going to start with is dead sea salt. Now, let me just show you the ingredients first of all that I have here right now under this camera so you can see what I'm going to be using. So first of all, I have some dead sea salt, and this is in a coarse form. Some people might use that in its bare form like that, but I like to grind down my sea salt a little bit more to make it slightly finer. So that's about 600 grams of dead sea salt. I also have some jojoba oil, and I'll be using about a tablespoon of my own hand cold pressed eucalyptus oil, which is made with a base of olive oil. But you can use the concentrated essential oil for eucalyptus. I'm also going to be using an essential oil by doTERRA, which is the lavender oil. And I'm also going to be putting in our lovely high antioxidant hibiscus flower, and I'm going to use a couple of tablespoons of that. But let me tell you about the ingredients and their nourishing properties. So first of all, dead sea salt is a mineral salt that is extracted from the Dead Sea and a large hypersaline body of water it comes from in the Middle East, and it borders by Jordan, Israel and Palestine, where it's harvested from. It has a rich source of minerals and salts, and some of the key minerals include potassium, sodium, magnesium and calcium, as well as chloride and bromide. Now, the major benefits of Dead Sea Salt Scrub include its ability to cleanse and disinfect, and it promotes the youthful skin, it soothes inflammation, and it improves the health of the skin, among many others. It's great for exfoliating the skin as it clears the pores and it hydrates the skin. It's also great for reducing the roughness on the skin, so it sloughs away dry, dead skin. And it also helps to lower inflammation, and it reduces the symptoms of eczema and rough patches of skin as well. When the eczema has finished flaring and you're getting that white flakiness from the skin, it's great for reducing the rough patches. And it also minimizes cellulite appearance on the legs as well, and it can improve blood circulation too when you're applying the Dead Sea salt on the skin in a circular motion. It also treats psoriasis and seborrheic dermatitis, which is the dryness of the scalp. And my son has used it on his folliculitis. He's spoken about it in previous videos, and we will link you to that video about how to heal folliculitis. Now, I'm going to be using lavender by doTERRA. I love this oil. Yes, it's a little bit pricey, but it is one of the purest on the market. Now, lavender oil also helps reduce inflammation and itching, and I've used it in many of my skincare products as well, particularly for people who have inflamed, itchy skin. It restores the balance of the skin, and it also has exceptional anti-inflammatory and antiseptic properties, and it's a good choice for people with sensitive skin. Now, eucalyptus is really invigorating. It's lovely in a scrub, and it's the most effective and has most effective and well-proven benefits. And it's also antibacterial, moisturizing, and it has anti-inflammatory properties. Now, jojoba oil is one of the best types of base oils when it comes to people who are managing eczema in particular, who don't have the ability to produce and maintain proper barrier on the skin. So jojoba can be used as a natural skin conditioner, and it also helps the sealing moisture and form an effective barrier on the skin to external elements such as the weather, which generally dries out the skin. And it also has anti-inflammatory properties which can help soothe irritated skin. But all in all, jojoba nourishes and heals dry skin. So this is, when you use this scrub, you really don't need to use a moisturizer afterwards unless you're deep moisturizing for extreme chronically dry skin. But it can relieve sunburn, and it has antibacterial properties. It boosts the skin glow, and it fades fine lines and wrinkles, and it can soothe eczema prone skin, which is one of the best base oils for deep hydrating chronically dry skin conditions. Right, so let's get started. So what I want to do with my dead sea salt is I like to grind it down a little bit finer. So I've got 600 grams here. I'm going to put in my blender. I'm going to be making up a 500 gram of the dead sea salt. So I'm going to use quite a big tub here. So I'm going to start by grinding this down a bit. That's enough for me. I just like to get, take off some of the coarse grains, and we'll empty it into this bowl. Let's get it all out. And then the next ingredient I'm going to put in here is the hibiscus flower. Now I'm going to use a little bit that's grounded, and at the end I'm going to crush a few on the top. So let me just put that in there as well. I'm going to take about a tablespoon's worth, if you can see what I'm doing here. About just a tablespoon worth of flowers I'm going to put into my blender to put in. Oops, I've lost a leaf there. Let's get it back. Right, that's nicely ground to put that in. And hibiscus has a high antioxidant value, and it's pretty good for giving the skin a boost. And we just need a little bit in there, and it may add a little bit of a pink hue, but we're also going to add a little bit more just at the end. So just mix that together. Right, so I want to add in about a tablespoon here of my ready prepared eucalyptus oil. So that's done with a base oil of pure cold pressed olive oil and eucalyptus, but of course you can use the essential oil. So I'll just put this all here so you can see what I'm doing under the camera as well. That already smells so fresh. Eucalyptus has got such an invigorating sense of smell and feel on the skin. So I'm just going to incorporate that in nicely, just to mix that all in. And then I'm going to put in my essential oil. And here I want to use about 10 drops in my 500 ml, which is just enough for me to use with my eucalyptus oil. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's up to you just how much you use. Make sure that you're getting the right measurements, that you're not just throwing in drops. You've got to make sure you've got the right scale of ingredients. Just give that a whisk. That is so good. I love the eucalyptus as the top note here. And like I said, it's so invigorating when you go in the shower and you've got that lovely eucalyptus smell. And it's also good for wound repairing as well. It's got some great properties in there with eucalyptus, and it's really soothing as well. And it's great because when you're under a steamy shower, you've got that lovely eucalyptus smell that just clears the airways. Right, so now I'm going to add in my jojoba oil. Let's just measure this out as to how much I'm going to put in. I'm going to start with about 100 mils there. Just make sure that's 100. Let's give it another 50. Let's mix that together. Going to put in another 100, just add it in gradually. Got a lovely smooth mixture. And that's 200 ml that I've added in here. I'm going to put just another 50 ml. Just to finish that off. Is the salt soaks up a lot of the moisture. So you'll find that once you've put it in your container that you're storing it in, you see already it's already soaked up a lot of the moisture there. It will soak up a little bit more, but you don't want it too oily. But jojoba's great for this because it's actually a wax, to be honest, and it absorbs really well into the skin. Doesn't sit on the skin barrier. And now we're going to add it to our container. We just add it in here. You can see it's got a slightly pinkish tone there, and you've got the golden jojoba colours coming through as well, which is lovely. And then you've got the flecks of your lovely hibiscus flower, which is also going to add an extra layer of the exfoliation. And it smells really beautiful. It's so good. It's filling this room.
We have a comment from Yumi, who's joined us this evening. She says, "Good evening, Carol and Anthony." Good evening, Yumi. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for joining us, Yumi. It's lovely to have you here. This would make a beautiful body scrub for anybody, especially if you're traveling and you want something beautiful to take along with you. Especially if you're going on the beach and you want to be beach ready, you want your skin to glow.
Yumi says, "So excited to get to see you live.
Oh, great. I'm glad you could join us here, Yumi. Thanks for coming on. Right, so now, look what I'm going to do. I'm literally just going to just pinch a few leaves, right? And then give them a crush. It's hard to crush them in my gloves. Give them a slight crush. You can put them into a, what do you call it? A pestle and mortar pot, and give them a bit more of a crush. But if you just break them up, and then you've just got this beautiful looking leaves over the top. There we go. There, and just sprinkle that over the top of your body scrub. And this makes a really beautiful gift, especially around the season, even like Christmas time. You can use different types of flowers. You can use rose, you can use lavender. It's entirely up to you. But there you have it. You've got your own wonderful body scrub that you can use on your scalp or even on your body. But remember, when you're putting your products together, you always label what you have and have a date or sell by date labeled on it. But if you put the date on it, you know when you've made it. But this won't last very long in our house, as we use our scrubs every single day. And that's it. And that's your very own skin nourishing, hydrating, mineral dense body scrub with beautiful therapeutic oils to heal and nourish your skin. So thank you very much for watching. I'll be back again tomorrow at 6 o'clock live to bring you more health information, tips to help you along your healthy living journey. And remember that I won't be coming back on Fridays, but you'll see me from Monday to Friday. Thank you for watching and take care.